Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space
Welcome to the Sports Junkie, the new sports show. I took some time away for all the new people that are just tuning in for the sports show today. This used to be a comedy show kinda, and I don't think it's coming back. So I took a lot of time to see what people wanted, and the majority of it wanted me to talk sports. I'm a big sports junkie. I tend to feel pretty confident in my sports knowledge and just roughly the stuff that I talk about or I feel passionate about. A lot of people like to hear me talk about sports. New setup for the microphone. It's actually live. Maybe help you guys hear me a little bit better. This is also one of the suggestions I got was a really good one, and this show will not only just be a YouTube show. This is also going to be a podcast. So, for the people that just want to turn it on their radio on their way to work or whatever that may be, and don't really have time to watch this, they'll be able to hear some sports talk. So let's kind of get into the sports talk. I want to first off by on this very first show. I know I'm a little bit late, but I'd like to congratulate the Denver Broncos on winning the Super Bowl. Good job, guys. You beat overrated Cam Newton. Great job. He didn't have much to do after you beat him, did he? No more dabbing there. That dabbing kind of went out the window a little bit. I got about tired of that myself in his 3-minute celebrations. But, I mean, I guess he couldn't even give us 2 minutes to answer any questions after he had to run away like a scared little girl. But a better question for you fans out there, especially the Peyton Manning fans. Should he play one more year? Or should he ride off into the sunset of allegations? That's a good question. I think I'd love you guys to comment down below or, on Facebook. Answer that question for me. I would love to see Peyton Manning play one more year myself. I don't know if that's just being selfish of me. Probably a little bit, because I just would like to see... I don't want the legacy to end with Peyton Manning, but I think that... It's funny that they want to attack him now that they think he's done. Now you get the HGH allegations. We're not even a month out of the Super Bowl, and now here comes... an allegations that he fondled a woman's face with his testicles. That's pretty bad. We're just coming out of the domestic violence era, I feel like, in the NFL against women, that now we're going to turn around and have arguably the face of the NFL for the last 10 years, other than Tom Brady, or however long you want to say he's been the head man in the NFL, now might be the spokesperson for sexual abuse on women. I know this is a little touchy subject, especially if you're a Peyton Manning fan, but I will say Peyton Manning has probably been one of the most secretive superstars that we've ever really had in the NFL. You don't really know much about his private life, and I think a lot of that's going to start to come out now. I think we are going to start getting a lot of Peyton Manning hate. I think a lot of things that maybe he tried to sweep underneath the rug. And it's crazy because here's what gets me, guys, is when the HGH came out, he sent private investigators, or, well, whatever they may be, to the man's house that said that he had basically sent the HGH to Peyton Manning's house under his wife's name. He sent 2 guys dressed as cops, I believe it was, sent them to his doorstep, and that's a pushover tactic. That's a bullying tactic that he used. And the funny thing is that a lot like Ryan Braun, HGH, Lance Armstrong, HGH. These are similar things that they tried to do. Ryan Braun by trying to he cost the guy that gets the sample for the urine, and he cost him his job by bullying him. And same thing with Lance Armstrong, is he bullied many people and used his Live Strong Foundation as a way for him to do that. It was almost as a front, in my personal opinion. So back to the basics. Back to what the original question was: should Peyton Manning play one more year? Take it for all you are. If he does play one more, I don't see him playing another year. I think this is his calling sign that he needs to hang it up, because the last thing you want to do is go halfway through the season and what looks is this is going to be a bad run for Mr. Peyton Manning. His world is about to come apart, and it's about to come apart quite fast. So answer my question: should he play one more year or not? You guys tell me. And then maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. The next thing I want to talk about is the NFL draft. Let's stay on the NFL for right now. We're talking about the NFL draft. I am a huge Cleveland Brown homer. I'm Ohio. I love my Buckeyes. I love the Browns. I love the Cavs. I tolerate the Indians. And we'll get to the Cavs later. But right now, the NFL draft, and, I believe the Tennessee Titans should no doubtedly take a left tackle and Tinzel. You should. I don't see why you wouldn't protect your money. Marcus Mariota is your money. You protect your money. He's your franchise. You took him with a high pick last year. You protect your money. Leads me into what I believe the Browns are coming up to. And I think it's Bosa or trade away. Let's not touch these quarterbacks. Goff, Cal, Wentz, North Dakota State, Paxton, Memphis. Like, these aren't guys that are going to win a Super Bowl. These aren't Super Bowl. Goff can barely keep the damn ball on his side of the. He throws so many interceptions. He has a great arm. He's a great playmaker. But sometimes he just makes a lot of mistakes. And where we are with Cleveland, we don't have playmakers for him. We don't have the guys to benefit us, to help somebody that likes to make plays like that. We do got Josh Gordon coming back this year. For whatever he might be, he might be a shell of himself. We really don't know. But I just don't think taking Goff would be a great idea. A lot of people have him sitting up there. Let's take Goff. I don't take Goff. Stay away from him. You don't know what he is. Truthfully, you really don't. He's a 1 year wonder in my eyes. This was the first year I really even heard about him. I know a lot of people have heard about him a couple last year, year before that. This was the first year where he really popped onto the scene, but he continued to make mistakes. Lynch didn't really play great competition, and when he did in the bowl game against a team that I felt like wasn't even a top tier team, he got destroyed. And then on to I'm sorry, did I say Lynch? I meant to say Lynch. I think it was Lynch. I said. On to Wentz. Wentz, North Dakota State. Nothing more is needed there. North Dakota State. Take his body of work at North Dakota State and tell me you're going to put your franchise, that, mind you, has not been very good. It's not been very good, Mr. Cleveland Browns. We've been a laughingstock. You're going to take your damn franchise and you're going to put him on a North Dakota State quarterback. You got to be out of your mind. You take Joey Bosa if he is there. You take Bosa. You do not think twice. One person that I talk a lot of sports with made a very good point. He is a can't-miss prospect. I personally, in my own opinion, I typically don't like anybody in the first round that don't score touchdowns. Especially in the top 5, I like people that put points on the board. My reasoning for that is, look at Joe Thomas. How many playoff games he won us? Great, yeah, he's a Pro Bowler. He's a wonderful Pro Bowler. Year in and year out Pro Bowler. How many damn playoff games has he won us? Yeah, I better know your answer. So, therefore, why I say I just want somebody who scores touchdowns. I like it. Stay away from running backs in the top 5. We've been suckered in, as Browns fans, we were suckered into that once already in the last 5 years. So that's me on the quarterback situation. It is Bosa or you trade. Some people have said you could possibly trade. I tell you what, if you don't feel good on Bosa and you don't want him, the Dallas Cowboys are sitting right there needing some defensive linemen. Drop 2 spots back. Get a first-round pick next year. Or maybe even another second-round pick this year. That's 2 spots. They picked 5th. I'm sorry, that's 3 spots. I believe they picked 5th. I believe they do. No, I'm sorry, it is 2 spots. They picked 4th. The Jaguars picked 5th. But, so with that 4th pick, let's drop back and let them get what they get. I think the Jaguars need it too. But I think Dallas also needs a quarterback. So if they feel great about one of these quarterbacks up here, say Bosa goes to Tennessee, and one of these quarterbacks they feel great about, let's just drop 2 spots back. Trade to Dallas, let them come up here and let them get Wentz from North Dakota State. They got plenty of time in Dallas to blow on Wentz. They probably got 1 or 2 more years out of Tony Romo, and they're really gonna know what the heck they got then. Because his injuries, that door is closing quick. They paid him a lot of money for a really old man. So, and down there he would have Dez Bryant to throw the ball to, so he has somebody. And the same would be even for Goff. He's got somebody to use that playmaking talent. All right, so on to the biggest robbery in the NBA All-Star history, in my opinion. Aaron Gordon. Holy crap, Aaron Gordon. Did you guys see him sit on the mascot's head? He sat on them. I don't even know how that's even possible. How a human being can even get that high. I love Zach LaVine's dunking ability, but let's get one thing straight. He did not win that. You guys really think he won that? You're telling me he beat out the spinning grab, tuck under one arm, come back up with just wasn't even a free throw between the leg dunk, guys. He was 1.5 feet over the... Alright, I exaggerated a little bit. He was 1 foot over the line. 1 foot over the line, and he went between his legs. A standard dunk. I've seen it in games. Like, I agree with Shaq, okay? If you don't get a 10 if you don't get it on the first try. But should you get a 10 if your dunk's as easy as that? I mean, I know it's not easy. I can't dunk. But, I mean, for an NBA player... 9 out of 10 guys could have did that dunk Zach LaVine did. I don't understand where the hype came from that. I think Aaron Gordon beat him 3 dunks to 1. I think the one that Zach LaVine did to start the show, or the one where he went behind his back, come up underneath, that was a good dunk. He beat Aaron Gordon there. But it should never went to a freestyle dunk contest. It should have been done. It should never went in that overtime stuff. Aaron Gordon, you are the dunk champion. Zach LaVine, you should give that trophy to Aaron Gordon and quit hogging it. I can't even believe you feel comfortable with that. And what about all the Steph Curry fans out there? Your boy, he got beat by his teammate. Klay Thompson took him down. Oh, I'm so over Steph Curry. I don't even want to get started with the whole... You know what Golden State is, guys? Let's talk about Golden State. What Golden State is... Everybody's also high on Golden State. Golden State is the Oregon Ducks of the NCAA football. Golden State to the NBA is what the Oregon Ducks was to the NCAA 6 years ago when Chip Kelly came in and he decided we're going to run this no huddle, up pace offense, run. And nobody could stop it because we hadn't seen it. Defenses weren't conditioned for it. So by halftime it was 50-0. Now, we're getting the same thing right now out of Golden State. And I am a Cavs fan, and I think they're on to something. I'd like to see them match up. Now, I wish the way that we're playing now, with this fastball that the Cavs have decided to do, I think would, if Golden State gets us, because I have strong opinions that we're going to get to the finals, and I have strong opinions that the Warriors won't. I know it probably sounds stupid, but I don't see the Warriors getting through the West. I do feel they are not. I think they're a little bit of... I don't know. I don't want to offend any Warriors fans out there. You guys pound on your chest about as much as Draymond Green does. So I don't want to offend you guys there. I just feel like you guys are a little bit of a fluke, and I think you'll get tested when you have to go back-to-backs. Because you don't seem to do that a lot either. And, I mean, you can look at your sub-500 record that you guys played compared to your above 500 record. Just look at how many I believe you guys have played twice as many games of sub 500 teams. So, but that's what I feel like the Golden State Warriors are. I feel like they are the Oregon Ducks of the NCAA. And people are going to catch up to you. And then you're just going to be average again. Steph Curry, no more running up the court and just chucking up threes. Sooner or later, that's not going to work. You got lucky last year by going through an injured West. You know, every team you played their backup point guard. And you might only lost 4 games this far, but the season ain't over yet. And with every game, people are learning how to stop you. Your games are getting closer and closer as this comes. This little experiment of yours, as this season progresses, teams are catching up to you. You're starting to have to battle with terrible teams. OKC took you to the brink. I don't think they're that great of a team. I know Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, yes, they're great players, but I don't see them getting out of the second round. So we'll see where this is come the finals, and we'll be talking about that kind of stuff then too. So on to the Cavs. I kind of just touched on it a little bit. The firing of David Blatt, the hiring of Tyronn Lue. At first, I saw the first Chicago game, and you really can't judge everything in this first game, I know. But it made me very scared. Now we have comments being made by LeBron James. The only difference between Tyronn Lue and David Blatt would be their height. Ooh. If that don't send a message that LeBron's not fond, we already know, most of us Cavs fans know that the rumor out there is LeBron likes Mark Jackson. LeBron wants Mark Jackson, and I honestly feel like Mark Jackson would be an awesome candidate. I think what he did at Golden State, that Steve Kerr is riding on what Mark Jackson built. It's sickening. It's sickening, all this Steve Kerr hoopla. You see how much it affects, how great of a coach he is. His assistant lost 3 games. His assistant. For a half a season. You didn't even need Steve Kerr. You didn't need Steve Kerr one bit. So I don't even want to hear Steve Kerr. Mark Jackson built that team. You couldn't deal with him going to church. And he built that team. But what about LeBron just going to spit almost on Tyronn Lue with them comments? That's saying it without saying it. That's the way LeBron does a lot of things. He will say it without saying it. Or look at you the wrong way. Or call a play that you know he ain't supposed to call. He sends messages that way. And this was another message from him. You know, and I thought we were going in the right way. Tyronn Lue was talking about picking it up. Was talking about going faster, but if you actually look at the possessions, we're actually slower than what we were with David Blatt. I just seen this on Bleacher Report, that we are actually slower than what we were with David Blatt now. So I am confused, and maybe LeBron's looking at the same numbers that I saw, and he's thinking the same thing. So maybe that's the deal with him. But to make a comment that the only difference is their height, hey guys, that's not stuff you want to hear. Especially if you're David Griffin, the GM of the Cavaliers. You didn't even give this man a 1-year deal to finish out the season to see what happened. You decided that you were going to walk in the room and sign him to a multi-million-dollar deal without knowing what he is. Stupid decision. That was just stupid. That was stupid. You don't... It really makes Tyronn Lue look bad. It looks like he undermined his ex-coach, his ex-boss. To have a there was no going back and forth with this. This was just a walk-in on the table deal. Hey, we'd like to promote you. By the way, here's a multi-million-dollar deal worth of 3 years. We didn't have to talk to your agent. He didn't try to get you this deal. Come on. But alright, so I'm closing on 20 minutes on this first talk show here about sports. I like to say to some of the Buckeye fans out there that's worried about all the prospects that we lost, calm down. We will be fine. I know we got a hard schedule this year because we're going to We got to go to Norman, Oklahoma on the road. That's tough. I would have wished we would have had. I wish we would have had that game this year. Because we all know as Buckeye fans, we wouldn't be sitting outside the top 4 when your only damn loss is to a team that by 3 points on the last play of the damn game was one of the top 4 teams. Don't mind that Oklahoma got destroyed by a weak Texas team. Don't mind that Bama went down to Ole Miss, almost went down to Florida, who I believe Michigan destroyed. So yeah, some of us Buckeye fans, we're a little bitter. We're a little bitter that we were outside the top 4 and didn't have the chance to defend our title. And like always, Alabama only wins it when Ohio State ain't there. That's my personal opinion. Hey, Nick Saban, how'd you win a national championship this year? Oh, it's simple. Just avoid Ohio State. Why don't you guys start scheduling us? We try to come to you. We've had our schedule on. He's been on the radio around here in Ohio. Try to schedule you guys multiple times. You won't play us. What's the reasoning for that, Alabama? You're so mighty, but you don't want to touch us. You don't want to play us. Yes, we lost to Michigan State. Yes, you did destroy Michigan State. A part of me wishes that the backup quarterback that we had to play against was in there, not Connor Cook, because I don't know what that kid was. But that ain't the Connor Cook that we've been seeing the last 2 years up here in the Big Ten. I don't know what that was. I don't know if he wasn't healthy. I don't know if he wasn't feeling good. I don't know what his deal was. But that wasn't what we've been seeing up here. That was everything that I don't ever want to see again from a Big Ten quarterback. But congratulations, Alabama, on your national championship this year. I really wish that we could get this moved to an 8-team playoffs. Let's start being more fair here. Because, to be honest, there's probably 8 teams. You can push it back to 8 teams, and them 8 teams are probably, at least the first 5 are on the scale of even area. So, and the next 3 teams behind that could be Cinderellas. In a way, I mean, they're in the top 8, so there's no Cinderella. But you know what I'm saying. Like, the top 5 teams are inch for inch, pull for tug. You know, you're pulling to give a little. I mean, they're all pretty similar to the same team. So you really can't argue like who's the better out of them top 5. So just let them square up and play. Then the next 3 you got could be teams that are sitting around saying, well, we are one of the top 5, but maybe our schedule hasn't let us show it. So let us come and play. And that's what we should do. We should let them come and play. Let's get this to the 18 playoffs. There's no reason why Ohio State should have to sit back and not have a chance to defend their title after losing on a field goal. And I hate to keep pounding Ohio State, because damn it, Clemson could have got Alabama, and damn it, Oklahoma could have got Clemson, and damn it, Michigan State could have got Bama too. So I don't want to pound on Ohio State anymore. But I just want to say that you just can't count the defending national champions at that time out of the 14 playoffs on a field goal. Oklahoma shouldn't even have been there. They got destroyed by an unranked Texas team. How are you going to keep out Ohio State but leave in Texas? You guys can comment down below on all this stuff, and I will come right back to you guys tomorrow. We will talk about anything you guys put down below that you want me to talk about, or my feelings on it, or you want to debate with me. At this point in time, you know, this is my way of how we're going to do this until we upgrade. I got a studio going that's getting put together. We're going to be moving this into a studio, a little bit better soundproofing. We're almost there. So this is 25 minutes long for our first video, and this is crazy. I'm having fun. This is what I was born to do, is talk about sports. So, all right, but I'm gonna give you this a half an hour show, and I'm gonna give this to you like every day, and we can talk about stuff, and we're gonna talk about everyday things. So once again, congratulations to the Denver Broncos, Super Bowl champs. You deserve it. Sorry, Cam Newton. Sorry you couldn't get it done. No more whatever dabbies. No more dabbies in the Super Bowl. I don't think I've seen it once. Congratulations to Aaron Gordon. I believe you should have been dunk champion. Congratulations to Zach LaVine, though. He's still a great competitor. It was a great show. Thank you guys for putting on a great show. We've been needing this from the dunk contest. Gosh, have we been needing this. Congratulations to Klay Thompson on his three-point championship. Becoming the three-point champion. Still think Steph Curry's a better shooter. And let's have a better second half of the season here, Cavs. Let's really turn this up. Let's see. Give Tyronn Lue a chance. If not, get him the hell out of there. Get Mark Jackson in there. Well, there ain't too many more years that's open on that LeBron James window. So, all right, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the Sports Junkie.